Hi everyone! Welcome to another discussion sa ato ang science, and for this time, this will be our first video discussion for the year 2021. So to continue our lesson sa science, we are now in chapter 8, which is all about describing and measuring motion. Now, kindly open your book on page 144 and refer to these pages, starting from this page as we go through with our lesson. Although sa kaniya video class, wala yun ako gi-detalye tanan kung saan nasa book o kaniya video, but I only select katong mga few nga mga terms in which kinahanglan na ho siya nga hatagan og mga explanation para nga mas masabtan ninyo ang mga examples sa book. So first we have, So before that, on this chapter, we are going to focus on the following question. So nadiha sa inyo nga book. Why is motion relative? How can an object's motion be measured accurately? How does speed differ from velocity? How are velocity and acceleration related? How will you differentiate horizontal from vertical motion? Then, how would you relate speed with road safety? And how do motion detectors work? Then, ang atong mga learning competencies on this chapter will be describe the motion of an object in terms of distance or displacement, speed or velocity, and acceleration. Then, differentiate quantities in terms of magnitude and direction. Then, we are going to explain how speed is related to road safety and explain how motion detectors work. So first nato nga lesson will be all about reference frame. So kindly look at this picture. So makita ninyo diha na ay trees, and actually usa lang na siya ka car, but it is illustrated as a running car or moving car. So from this portion, naay portion nga kani siya before sa kanang tree, okay? And then after some time na siya nilapas na siya sa kanang tree. So the car is to the right of the tree and the tree does not move. The car must have moved from one place to another. Therefore, here the tree is considered as the frame of reference. When we say frame of reference, it is a coordinate system used to define motion. Diba pag makita ka og moving nga kaya na ang object, you try nga ang magbutang ka og for example, refer ka asa man dapita ang car. So with regards sa imuha nga barugan on your point of view, so you need an object nga wala naglihok para ma-identify nimo whether the car is before it or after it, or on your left side or on your right side. So mo nagitawag nato og reference frame. So an object changes position if it moves in relation to the frame of reference or reference point. In simpler nga words, ang frame of reference is a fixed point used to determine motion. Kay murabag ang frame of reference mao na siya ang object nga imong gitiman-an nga asa na dapita ang katong moving nga object in terms of the stable or steady nga object, katong wala naglihok. Naba siya sa right, naba siya sa left, before, after, or pila ka meters from that point of reference. So mo na pasabot sa reference frame. Now, another is kaning distance and displacement. On page 148 natay more detail diha nga kaya na ang so yan na ni kanang explanation sa inyo nga book. If you kanang huan kamo na ang magbasa na whole if you want it. Then unsay kalahian sa distance and displacement? Distance is the length of the path an object moves. It is a scalar quantity because it has no direction. So ang distance is from one place to another. Unsa katason, unsa yang measurement. So mao na ang distance. The displacement on the other hand refers to the change of the position of the object. it is a vector quantity because it has magnitude and direction. When we say magnitude, it is a numerical nga, or it is a quantity or numerical value nga nag-refer nag-quantify sa usa ka kaya na ang aspect or factor. And then direction. So kaya na ang displacement kinahanglan na kay point nga basihanan asa ang iyaha nga mo na itaw reference frame from that point up to the object or the point where the object rested. So gikan ana nga point hangtod sa asa naabot ay mo object nga ga-move niya aning pundo na siya. So mo na gito change of position. Kung nagikan ang object ana nga starting point and then ibalhin siya, mo na gito displacement. Okay. So, since we talk about direction, apil na siya sa kaya na ang sa displacement, we have this basic or we have this what we call as the direction guide. Okay. Sa inyong nga book, gi-provide na siya din on page 148, figure 8-5. Okay? So, din nasayop lang ng sa ubos because it is supposed to be S. Kabantay mo, double ang W diha. So, that is supposed to be S. So, kaya na ang mauni siya ang kanang direction guide, and ang atong basic ng mga directions kay bawo man tani no, east, west, north, south. So mao man siya on this part. So kana siya nga portion, kana siya nga portion is kaya na ang kana siya nga portion din in between north and west. So northwest, in between north and east, northeast, in between south and east, southeast, south and west, it's southwest. So muna sa mga secondary ng mga direction. Okay. Now, how do we calculate for distance and displacement? So we have this 3 given nga mga problems to solve. Okay, please watch the video or mga short nga videos para nga makita na to ang how to solve for distance and displacement. First problem is a tiger runs 20 miles to the east and turn around running 70 miles to the west. Now we are going to calculate for distance and displacement for this scenario. But first, let's illustrate first ang atoang situation. So, para mas maklaro no, kani atoang i-mark. So first, we are going to label ang atoang direction guide para nga mas easier sa atoa. So this here is north. This here is south, east, and then west. Now, we'll always start at the center. So, mo niya atong starting point. According sa problem, a tiger runs 20 miles to the east. So, from here, paingon tangad to. So, here, muna siya. Then, this is 20 miles. Pag abot niya ani nga portion, nibalik ang tiger og dagan. So that's that's turn around running. So balik siya 70 miles. So pag abot niya ani nga portion, that is 20 miles only. So lapas siya nga paingon ngadto ning paduon ning padayon pa ang tiger. So on this portion, this is only 50. This is already 50 miles na lang. No, kay 20 miles man diriya from here. Then, 70 miles na may yung gidagan sumaw na. For distance, it's very easy. So, you are just going to total ang tanan nga ang kalayon sa gidagan sa tiger. So, for distance, that is equal to 20 miles plus 70 miles nga iyahang gidagan to the west pabalik. So, ang yang distance all in all is 90 miles. And, sa ato nga kaya na ang beginning sa atong lesson, ang atong distance is a scalar quantity. So it does not have or wala siya direction. So mao na siya nga tong answer, 90 miles. On the displacement, however, ang displacement nato, it is the change of the direction of the object that moved. So ang displacement is gikan sa starting point kana siya hangtod sa iyang final nga destination din si ni hunong or ni rest ang atong object. So from the starting point up to here, kay di ba ning ari to siya, ning balik siya dagan. So ang atong final nga point is diri a. So from here to here, that is 50 miles. And ang atong displacement is a vector quantity, so it has the magnitude or the numerical nga data or measurement with the direction. Since paingon man siya ngadto sa west, so this is W for west. So that is read as, or our displacement is read as 50 miles of west. Okay, so that is our displacement. So klaro na kung unsa ang kalahian sa distance o sa displacement. For our second problem, we have Derry crawls 4 feet south and then turns east and crawls 6 feet. We'll calculate for distance and displacement for this, or again for this scenario. Now, we'll label first our direction guide. So we have, this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. Now, our starting point is at the center. So we have Derry crawls 4 feet to the south. So from here, paingon siya sa south. So, mao ni siya. So, this is, on this point, ani nga portion, paabot niya, this is 4 feet. Paabot niya diri, he turns east. Paingon sa east. So, ang east na to kay paingan naman. So, dili paingon nga to ha. So, paingon arit diri ka na. So, from this portion, ngadto siya to the east. So, mao na siya yung final nga destination. So, this is 6 feet. So, to calculate for the distance, we have distance is the length of the distance is the length of the path an object moves. So, distance equals to una, 4 feet plus 6 feet. So, ang ato nga distance is 10 feet. For our displacement, on the other hand, displacement. Diba? Displacement na to is the change of position. So, from the starting point, kani siyang portion, up to the final nga point in which the object rests. So, from here to here, we'll draw a line here. Uy, tulid kayo, no? So, assume na lang tulid na siya. So, it forms a triangle. So, mao ni siya ang atong gipangita. Mao na gitawag na itong displacement. Now, it forms a triangle and this is a right triangle. Kaya naman tayo kaya ng right angle diha ang portion. So, to find the displacement on this kaya na ang situation, we are going to use, dili ta makakuan nga kanisiya din hiya is 4 plus 6 or katunga ni 4 plus 6. So, ang atong buhaton ana is to use the Pythagorean theorem in which ang iyang formula is equal to the hypotenuse or the C equals to the square root of the legs or square root of the squared of the legs. Okay, so we have a squared plus b squared. Kana si a squared o si b squared, mao na imong kaninga side o kaninga side. So, para mas masabtan, so ang atong c dinhi mao ni si kani dinhi ang portion kay mo may longest side sa right triangle. However, we are looking for displacement, so we can use d for displacement equals to the square root of the first side, which is 4 feet ang iyang measurement. So, 4 feet nya atong i-square plus the square also of our b, which is, or another leg, which is 6 feet. So, 6 feet nya ato nga i-square. So, displacement is equal to the square root of 4 feet squared equals to 16 feet squared plus 6 feet squared is 36 feet squared. So, our displacement is equal to the square root of 16, not the square root, the square root of 16 plus 36, which is 52 feet squared. So, ang ato nga displacement, so, dili naman maigo, no? So, ari na lang ta. Ang ato nga displacement is equal to, square root of 52 is equal to 7.21. So, asa man ang ato nga, kaya na ang direction. So, dinhiya man ta dapita. So, this is southeast. So, butangan na to dinhiya og, 721, oh, no, not 721. 7.21 feet of southeast. Okay. So, ato ni i-reason ha. Okay. Taas-taas na makatong apang ibalik. So, ang ato nga displacement is 7.21 of southeast. Okay.